These horsemen ride with the fist down inside, with heads like thunder, the rock of your pride. We'll have no mercy for big, far and wide.
What up, Whiskey Chaser fam? How we doing today? Man, we got a beautiful day to ride bikes. And those of you who are longtime fans of the channel might notice that this view is a little different. And that's because we are on the Yamaha Bolt, man. I finally got it, dude. I finally figured out what was wrong with it. And it is running incredible. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I'm so freaking happy, dude. So, longtime fans of the channel might recognize, if you are new here, first of all, you should subscribe, because I have done so much with this bike. There's a lot to catch up on. 29,596 miles. When I got this thing, it had 7,000 miles, and that was in 2021. I think it was in April, March or April, something like that. I have been to hell and back on this motorcycle, man. The first problem that I had was it was spitting real bad. It was backfiring, it was running real lean, just wasn't working correctly, and I couldn't figure out why for the longest time. I finally deduced that it was probably going to be the fuel injectors, which I took out and I wiped clean, and that did help. It helped a lot. This thing has been through a lot of rain. As you can see, it has an open air intake. It's been through a lot. It was probably about 80%. It was at about 80. And then I just had an issue with the shifter. It was not working. It was seized up, and I was trying to get that thing out to replace it. We're actually going to cut back in time here to when I did that, which was just recently, so I'll see you then. All right, folks, here up at the tool area of the brewery. I'm going to be borrowing this vise here to try to get this shifter arm off. You can see it is stuck on there. Unfortunately, it looks like the light that's above me is out, so I'm hoping that the lighting will be okay. As you saw in the last video, the part right here at the end of the shifter rod actually cracked. So I went ahead and got a replacement arm, thanks to my boy Chris Living Large for sending that out for me. Hooked it up on the PayPal. Yeah, dude, freaking awesome. That's why, Chris, you are gonna be the Patreon member of the week this week. If you guys don't know Chris Living Large, he lives out in Memphis, been to a bunch of the campouts, and also has come just to visit me here in Nashville. Just showed up at my work one day while he was traveling back from Georgia. Just one of the best dudes. Like I said, he got this for us. He bought it for the channel. Man, I can't appreciate you enough for doing something like that. If you guys don't follow Chris, go over to his Instagram, go give him a shout. Tell him Whiskey Chaser sent you. Thanks, Chris, for being this week's Patreon member of the week. Love you, buddy. Thank you, man. All right, I really don't know how I'm gonna do this. All right, let's see. First off, perks of working at a brewery. All right, so real quick, this is kind of what I'm talking about. So I took the snap ring off the back here, but as you can see, the actual, if I can get this thing to focus, this actual piece right here, that's not supposed to rotate. This is supposed to rotate around this. I'm trying to get it off. I'm trying to get this loose enough back here to where I can fit something in there to try to pry this off. It's just seized up in here. I literally sat there and I let this thing soak in WD-40 for a couple of days to try to like loosen it up, and it's not working. So I'm gonna try a couple of things. I don't want to have to drill this out, but if I have to drill it out, better believe me, I will. We are moving. Yeah, buddy. There we go. There it is. Moved it a little bit. Right, for the record, I know it seems like I'm sitting here just wailing on this thing, but mostly it's because this table is kind of wobbly, and this is loud. I'm really not hitting it all that hard. but I am getting it loosened up. All right, trying this method again. Now I have a socket extension in there. Try to get a little more leverage. It's moving. Barely, but it's moving. It's become quite the tumultuous task. I can't believe that I'm having to do this right now. I've never seen anything on like a forum or anything about the Bolt that fucking talks about this. Ugh. I don't know how mine keeps running into these issues. Maybe it's just from traveling so much with it or something. I don't know, man, but this is a huge pain in my ass, I'll tell you that for sure. Oh, jeez. Whew. Finally, man. Got it. God damn. Alright, I'm gonna clean this thing off, lube it up, see if we can get this thing back on there and actually moving correctly. Alright, baby, found some grease and put that on there, and that is actually what it's supposed to move like. As you can see, this part, the spindle, is not moving. This is moving freely. So this is great. It's gotta get the snap ring put back on there, get this part fixed, which is on the actual transmission of the bike itself. So that's this arm that'll go onto the side of the transmission, and then we should be good to go. Let's get home and try it out. I'm excited. This has been a huge pain in the ass for me, but it's hopefully fixed now. And all right, let's get to it, bro. All right, folks, here we are. This is it. Putting everything back together, getting the kickstand and the foot peg and all this stuff back on Yamaha. Ugh. All right, that's there. Connect to this. Get this thing in the right place. All right, everything looks hooked up. It seems to be shifting. Boy, just needed some gas, man. I was wondering what the hell was going on. Like, wasn't starting up, it was backfiring a lot. Threw some gas in it, some fresh gas, started right up, dude. Hell yeah, there you go. I think the Bolt is back, baby. Fuck yeah. All right, let's gear up, go take it for a ride, see how we roll. All right, now we're back. So as you can see, I was able to get the spindle away from the shifter, which was seized. I greased it up really, really well, and it's working fantastic now. It's working wonderfully. I replaced that arm, the little shifter arm on the transmission. Everything is shifting really smooth. It's like, it's going so nice. Now I'm having a problem with the brake though, the rear brake. It's doing the same thing. So I'm guessing that while it was out in the rain, some water just got in there and messed with it and blah, blah, blah. No good. But the rear brake is fine. I can deal with that later. As long as the front brake works, we're okay. And then just earlier today, I couldn't get this thing started again. I was gonna go out and drive it, and I'm like, man, it won't start. What the hell is going on? I decided to check the spark plugs, and the spark plugs, they didn't look bad, but they weren't great. They were a little black on the ends, and I noticed that one of them with the gap was really close. So I got my gap tool thing out, gapped them up the correct way, which they were way not right. They were way too close. Both of them. So I gapped them out. They're supposed to be at 0.8 millimeters, and they were probably at like 0.07 millimeters. So as you can imagine, not good. Let's get some gas here, and then we'll jump back into this. All right, and it was really low, 2.6, and I think this is a 3.3 gallon tank, so definitely did need some gas. Hey! Bye! That was cute. Anyways, so I re-gapped those spark plugs and I started it up and it fired right up, no problem. And I'm not having any issues with it bogging when I would go and then I would let off the gas. That's when I really was getting a problem because it seemed to like lose power. It wasn't exploding the fuel. It wasn't going through the combustion cycle. And then I was getting a lot of backfiring. I was getting a lot of popping. It was pretty bad. But hell, man, dude, I'm pumped up now. I'm real pumped up. Woo-hoo, yeah, baby. Ooh, the Bolt is back. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh man, I love this bike so much. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. We are ready for more adventures, man. Hell yes. Hell yes. Ooh, look at that. Ugh. I was really worried that I wasn't going to get this thing started again today, especially after getting the clutch all figured out, getting the transmission all figured out, getting the shifter all figured out, and then getting it started yesterday. And oh man, I was really, really worried, but my boy pulled through. Should we do a little freeway rip? I think we should do a little freeway rip. Oh yeah, baby, it's been a while since we've had a good rip on this boy. Woo! It's been a good while. Last time was on the video where I brought this home, but the shifter wasn't working right, and I was still having some spitting issues. So the fact that it's running, I would say 99% now, and it's shifting correctly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude, what is going on? Where did all these people come from? Oh, there's a cop. That's why. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So funny, after riding the Dyna for so long, having 6 gears, now I keep reaching for that 6th gear, which this bike just desperately needs. Man, I am so happy. I'm so happy this bike is back. Oh my god, it's so much smoother, dude. This is great. Premium quality content of me just saying, this is great, this is awesome. I'll tell you what though, I know for a fact that the longtime viewers, the Patreons, the guys that have been here for a while, they all know what this bike means to me, and it means something to them too. And I know that everybody who knows this bike is happy to see it back on the road, happy to see it working correctly, because now we have options. Uh-oh. I don't think you should be parking there, buddy. Even though obviously it's an accident, but still. Like pull off to the side of the road maybe? Did that truck hit him? Probably. Alright folks, let me know what you think. The Bolt is back, baby. The Bolt is back! We're about to go on some killer adventures. I just know it! This is an absolute miracle. I'm telling you. Believe me. Doesn't seem like it was that difficult, but I was chasing this problem for so long. And me getting this thing done by myself, very little help. I did have 1-800-ASK Shelby for a little bit. He knew that it was running lean. So he did help me diagnose that, but the rest of it, I very pridefully say I handled myself. I was able to chase it down and figure out what was going on with it. And I think that deserves a like. I think it deserves a subscribe. And I think it deserves you sharing this with your friends. That's just what I think. Am I going to make you do it? Absolutely not. But you should, because I said so. Leave me a note down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Are you happy that the Bolt is back? Do you want to just see more of the Dyna? What are we doing here? What should we do? Where should we go? I have plans. I do. I have plans. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for money. I'm waiting for money to do these things. I'm about to start this new job. I was supposed to be training last week, but they had a little bit of an issue. Their liquor license didn't come in the mail, so they weren't able to open. Therefore, I wasn't able to train. However, it should be here next week. I can get in there and start doing that. And then I'll be able to earn a little bit more cash to go out and do some fun stuff. They seem really cool about requests off. I put in a request off. I didn't even really know what I was doing, and I put one in, and they were like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. So I should be able to go out and do some cool, fun things very soon. Forgotten Angels is my #1 priority coming up in October. I am definitely 100% going to be going to that. That is Halloween weekend. If you guys don't know what Forgotten Angels is, it is a charity to help break the abuse of the foster care system, where young men and women have nothing in their lives, and they are basically a paycheck from the government for people who foster them. And at 18, they're no longer a paycheck. They get thrown out onto the street with a garbage bag full of clothes and just about nothing else. They have nowhere to go. They have nothing to do. Forgotten Angels, run by Dave Tyler and Cindy Tilley, have brought in these young men and helped them to get a driver's license, to get a job, to open a bank account, hell, to tie their own shoes. Some of them don't even know how to do that. They don't know how to do laundry. They don't know how to cook for themselves. They don't know how to do anything. Forgotten Angels helps to break that abuse. There's a link down in my description for the October giveaway, which is the grand prize of a house, a $250,000 house. You could be Shade Tree Surgeon's neighbor, and all it takes is one ticket for $25. All it takes. That is my biggest priority this year, is to make it down there. So you best believe that if you're going to be there, that you'll see me. So, if you like this video, leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for Chris Living Large for being this week's Patreon Member of the Week. He got the part for me that made this thing possible, that made all this possible. So dude, you rule. I love you. Thank you, man. And I'm going to see everybody later. We are so close to 4,000 subscribers. As soon as I hit 4,000, I'm going to announce the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. So please just check down below. Make sure you subscribed. And I will see y'all later. Peace out, folks.